And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Miami Heat. And taking a look here at the Heat, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. You know, I don't think they've reached their ceiling yet, but man, what we saw in the playoffs from Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge as a 1-2 punch from Portland was pretty impressive, Shaq.
Those two do so much, Ernie, in clutch moments. I can't.
Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It'll be the Heat off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Filling out the wings, it's Matthews and Batum. And it's Lillard in at the guard position.
Goran Dragic, nicknamed Goji, grew up in Slovenia. His mom played hoops. His dad played soccer. Goji started out playing soccer, but when he hurt his leg, his mom said, no more of that pitch stuff. You're going to the round ball and the hardwood. So he went to basketball, and I'd have to say it's worked out pretty well. Good call by Mom on that, too.
Wade gets the bucket.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now, here's Lillard. And just about a minute into the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. For the three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Dragic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Dragic has got his first points of the game. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Matthews. Releases from 15. Bosch grabs the miss.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And the basket by Wade.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade with the ball. Dragic gets the bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
So timeout call here, the first for Portland. Lillard against Dragic. Matthews dishes to Aldridge. Back to Matthews. Shot to stop the run. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one. You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. Remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
Lillard outside. Feeds to Matthews. The fader. And it's Matthews again missing.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Got that one up quick. 7 points for Goran Dragic. You talk about Coach Spoelstra staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, you know, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played, and that is good.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one. Trailblazers trail by 14, and Lillard kicks to Lopez. And again, Miami running the court in transition.
Their offense really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Matthews passes to Lillard. Here's Aldridge. Got it from 16 feet.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Now here's Wade. He has 5. There's the bucket. Good.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah. In fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Not a big surprise, but the Heat, Steve, were the best team in the East last year when it came to playing teams in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that's not a shock at all because they have the most talent from the East, and I think only facing those clubs twice each, Miami was much more likely to be up for those games from an emotional standpoint.
Trailblazers trail by 17. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. And Matthews kicks to Lopez. Misses in close. Here's Dragic. 10 points for him. Outside Bosch. From deep three-point range. Can't get it to go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Damian Lillard drafted with the 6th pick back in 2011. That pick, guys, acquired from the Nets in an exchange for Gerald Wallace. Steve, I'd say a pretty good trade for the Blazers.
Yeah, well, remember the Nets were in win-now mode. They were trying to keep Darren Williams happy, so they felt like the trade for Wallace would do that. The Blazers, in turn, I mean, they were rebuilding, and so they found the perfect deal at the right time and ended up drafting the future Rookie of the Year.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Whiteside. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. Josh McRoberts is checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade. Now, here's Lillard. After the miss from Goran Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Aldridge. Good. Aldridge has got his 2nd basket of the night.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Right wing. Tipped away. Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Lillard. And it's blocked. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. From beyond the arc and then some. Dragic has got 13.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Heat lead by 16. And we'll get the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
They've got Dragic. Haslam's out there with Chris Anderson. Then there's Josh McRoberts. And it's Chalmers in at the point guard. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Aldridge. Here's Leonard. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. Ball going up court. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Blake dishes to Leonard. Rebounded by Anderson.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic. Well, it just seems there's something about lefty. I mean, whether it's Ginobili, James Harden, or the Dragon. That's Goran Dragic. Defenders seem to have a tough time getting on that left hand of those kinds of players and don't typically adjust well to keeping those guys out of the paint.
And Portland making a change here. Batum's checked in. Leonard with a screen on Haslam. And a follow wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Dragic, a great slasher, just 6'3", but he does a terrific job of finishing through contact and around bigger defenders. Not a big-time dunker, but he uses his quickness to get to the rim.
A different look for Miami. Bang comes in for Chris Anderson. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Goran Dragic. And here's Chalmers from the arc. Aflalo pulls it in. Trailblazers trail by 16. And Dragic can certainly score the basketball. But Clark also a playmaker.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's an excellent pick-and-roll operator, whether it's scoring or finding a teammate out of the pick-and-roll set.
Aflalo, that's good.
Steve Wade.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And again, it's the Heat missing. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Terry Stotts led the Blazers to the second round last season, and he's now in his third year with the team. He spent a couple of seasons as head coach in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but this is his longest stint and the best talent he's ever had. As Stotts said, you never know if you're going to get another chance. Guys, he's certainly making the most of it.
Doing a great job. Thanks, Doris. Lopez passes to Blake. Aflalo outside. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Matthews. Here's the three. A rebound by McRoberts. The Heat leading by 14. Dang goes in. Good on the baseline, Jay. Dang's got 6.
You know, guys, when you see it come together like that, I mean, that's the offensive set you want to have. Well done.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Blake. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. From deep. Kept alive. Outside, Batum. Another shot, and that one's good.
You know, Kevin, he's not always looking to put up big numbers, but he's doing a nice job here.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
I thought the Blazers really turned some heads last year with how they were able to be right in the thick of things in the West from the start. Got out of the gates quickly and sustained a really high level of play most of the season. A big part of that success, though, was taking care of business against the East.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And guys, as you said, the Blazers very good against the East. Steve, one of the many teams that were able to get 23 wins out of conference.
Well, they didn't just eke out wins against the East. I mean, often the Blazers would just overwhelm opponents and blow them out.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslam. And it's Johnson in for Dwayne Wade. Lopez. It's hauled in by the Heat. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He talked to his guys about the importance of functioning as a unit, not as individuals, and on the need to help each other find open shots on the perimeter. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Chalmers with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now, here's Lillard. 1:53 left now here in the second. Lopez a screen. And Matthews kicks to Lopez. Oh, that's blocked. And he's able to get it back.
He's fouled. Joshua Watts.
It's his first trip to the line.
Robin Lopez. 2 shots.
That's good from Lopez.
Portland Trailblazers last season acquiring Robin Lopez essentially for 2 second-round picks. Just a huge pickup for them as he solidified their starting lineup.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Aaron Aflalo.
And Robin Lopez taking to the quirky vibe in Portland. A big comic books fan. He's written a pilot for a TV show. He loves to draw. So he's got an artistic bent. And that's fit in great in a town that embraces the creative and the unusual.
And it's Deng with the rebound. Miami leading by 20. Jumps up, and then Johnson with the jam.
Keeping up the pressure here. I like that. When you have a lead, don't let up.
Yeah, this game could be over soon if they keep pounding it the way they are.
And Robin Lopez, a player who knows his role. Interior defense, Steve, rebounding, hustle points.
Well, perfect fit next to LaMarcus Aldridge. Selfless, team-first guy. Does a lot of the boxing out and the screen setting. He's had an excellent season for Portland.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
Lillard attacking. Right through the D for the layup. Lillard's got 9.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McRoberts. And again, Miami with the triple.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Lillard attacking. And it's Miami with the rebound. McRoberts has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the basket by Johnson.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
Matthews, no one around him. Offensive rebound. Off with the layup.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Heat as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-5 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with Dwayne Wade. Obviously a great half for you guys. What has allowed this team to be so effective?
Well, one way is get out.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Just a fantastic game for Dragic. He's got 14 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem, and it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, as you know, Dwayne Wade has one of the best pump fakes in the NBA, and he'll tell you he picked it up from Sam Cassell. Of course, you remember Sam was playing in Milwaukee when Wade was at Marquette in the same town. Wade knows how hard it is to deal with pump fakes. I bite too, not as much, but guys get me. I get mad every time because I'm like, that's my move. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, he's a piece of work, isn't he? Thank you, Doris.
Chris Bosh, unbeknownst to many, is arguably the premier mid-range jump shooter in the league. In particular, from the right elbow, guys, he is deadly.
Timeout called the Heat.
One thing that Damian Lillard has made abundantly clear in his first few seasons in the league is that he is a force when the game is in its late stages. Just steps things up in a big way every fourth quarter.
And Miami making a change here. Ennis is checked in. And here's Bosh for three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his third rebound tonight. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Now Lillard. He's got 9. 6 to shoot. Outside Aldridge. 16 feet away. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
Now a timeout called by Portland. You have to like what we're seeing from Goran Dragic.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Shot clock at 3. Matthews, no one around him. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
And it's really rare to see someone Lillard's age be able to be so calm and collected when that fourth quarter rolls around. I think it's a tribute to his level of confidence, and that confidence is mixed with humility. And that's a nice combination that allows him to perform well late in games.
Outside Aldridge. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And it's Ennis that time on the assist by Dragic.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Lillard against Dragic. Lillard attacking. Blocked. They retain possession. He was all alone on that one. And it's 8 points for Batum.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Pass to Dragic. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one.
You look at how the Blazers played last year, and there was just so much motion in their offense, not just in transition, but also in the half court. I think that's in large part why they got so much better.
The Heat shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Lillard with it, now guarded by Dragic. Lillard outside. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. He kicks it to Aldridge. Back to Lillard. From deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
There's Dragic with the 3, and that one's good. Dragic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Here's Ennis. Here's Whiteside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosh. Josh McRoberts comes in for Ennis. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade.
You know, there were some question marks heading into last season about how long Aldridge would be with the team. I mean, a report was circulating that he wanted to leave, but he denied it, and good for Portland that it was just a rumor mill at work.
For Portland, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers from a season ago. This team shot about 81% as a unit. Very impressive.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Luol Deng is checked in for the Heat. Yeah, last season definitely, guys, had some drama with Aldridge and his future. But as the season rolled on and Blazers played so well, winning a first-round series over Houston, making it to the second round, it's certainly one of the big surprises in the league, but all that other talk kind of went away.
Well, that's what winning does, Kevin. I mean, it just kind of cures everything. A lot of drama early in the season, speculation about whether Aldridge would resign or not, but you know, with the success of the season and that good young core, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to keep everybody together.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Dang with the bucket.
This is a tremendous solo run he's on. I mean, the kind we've seen him have so many times before.
Here's Blake, defended by Chalmers. 40 seconds left in the third. Aldridge with a screen on Chalmers. Outside Aldridge. Kicks to Blake. From deep, Aflalo. No good. And Miami the other way now. And here we go with Dang running it up the floor. It's astonishing to see a player, Clark, at his position who can get to the rim like that.
Yeah, he goes very vertical on you, Kevin.
And once he's up there, you know he's going to throw it down hard.
And here is Blake. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. But they recover it. Leonard, no luck. And it's the Heat on the break. Chalmers with the ball.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. We've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Heat delivering the blowout. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And Miami shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Napier is out there with Johnson. Then there's Chris Anderson. Then there's Haslam. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. McCollum dishes to Freeland. Passes it to McCollum.
And guys, the league has taken some steps to pick up the pace of the game. Over the last decade, we've seen a lot of rule changes with hand checks, and zone defenses, and tightening up flagrant foul rules and physical play in general.
Aflalo's gone 3 for 5 from the field. Haslam, the pass to Napier. Shot, high post. Goes back up. A nice shot by Anderson.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
From 11 feet away, that's good on the jump shot. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And there's the pass to Napier. Takes a three. That's good.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number one for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
Blake kicks to McCollum. The kick out to Aflalo. Again, the Trailblazers score.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
Not often you see a team rely on that shot like they have.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
But they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
Charity stripe shot. Here's Leonard, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, I like what they're doing inside here in the second half. I mean, they're still trailing, but they're showing a lot of grit down low in the paint.
And the Heat making a change here. Bosch is checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. G's checked in. McCollum kicks to G. McCollum with the ball. Johnson's there. The shot no good. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Good. Nice play there from Napier.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Blake kicks to G. They set the pick. And there's the feed to Freeland. Baj with some nice D.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Here's Blake. To the right side. G kicks to Blake. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. And the shot is good. Blake's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Blake with it. Dishes to G. Puts up a 3. Miami grabs the miss. Haslam's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Walker with it. Now defended by McCollum. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Now Blake.
Well, the league's so focused on creating parity with the luxury tax and revenue sharing, but I think the max contract limits encourage stars to team up. If you allow the true superstars to command a larger share of the cap, I think they'd be more likely to spread out.
Johnson from outside, and that one's good.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
Blake kicks to McCollum. 11 feet away, and that's good for 2. Well, when you talk, Clark, about superstar contracts, it's estimated that LeBron James is worth 4 times more than he makes in player salary.
I don't find that hard to believe. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars in all of sports when you think about the magnitude of his celebrity. But you don't need to increase max salaries to that level. Right now, vets are limited to about 1/3 of the cap. You boosted it to 40 or 50%. I think most star players would look for their own teams to carry.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
Anderson, he's checked in for Miami. Josh McRoberts comes in for Udonis Haslem. Freeland dishes to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
Lets it go from 14. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Blake kicks to Freeland. To the paint. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
And here's Johnson outside. Basket good.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Steve, I thought those fans, those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win.
Yes, guys.
the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Denver Nuggets. And when you take a look at the Nuggets, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. What do you make of Gary Harris, Shaq? Kid out of Michigan State, a quality two-way player at the two-guard.
He's very versatile, Ernie. He can defend, he can shoot with range. What I like about his game is his slashing to the rim ability. But the main knock on him is that he's 6'4", and he gives up size on most nights. But other than that, this kid can flat out play.
This is NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Coming to you on this Tuesday night. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gallinari is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's Kenneth Faried. Then there's Foy. And it's Lawson in at the points. And it's Gallinari missing.
Dwight Howard, three-time former Defensive Player of the Year, still a dominant defensive presence with his size and athleticism, and of course a big-time presence on the glass.
On defense, the Rockets. It's a three-point game. Kicks it to Gallinari. In low to Faried, and stolen by Ariza. An even 3-on-3 break. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed. That's perfection to me.
Now, here is Lawson. There's the dish to Faried, and stolen by Howard. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Ariza with the bucket.
3 straight makes to start this game, looking good.
And Denver has possession. And Voigt kicks to Faried. Lawson outside. He feeds it to Gallinari. Back to Lawson. And they get it. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, they had to take the lid off the hoop, I guess, but they finally get one to go there.
Yeah, a bit of an unsettled start. I mean, maybe that'll get them going.
The three from Harden. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And that's now 6 points for James Harden. On defense, the Rockets. Lawson kicks to Faried. Now, here is Foy, guarded by Harden. Faried trying to get open. Out to Chandler. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gallinari. That's good.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
And he gets the bucket. 8 points for James Harden.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Here's Beverly. And another 3 for Houston. And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, you know, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves.
And Chandler, here we go. The reverse and the rejection by Smith. And Beverly kicks to him. Oh, look out!
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
So it's Denver now. The Rockets making the shot. Fareed, right side. Pass to Foy. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Foy's got his first points in this one.
Beautiful cut to the hoop. He's getting anything he wants here already.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. The coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Monty Eunice has checked in for the Rockets. Nurkic, the pass to Nelson. He dishes it to Barton. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 5 on the clock. Shoots a 3. And again, Denver no good. Rockets leading by 14 to the inside. Here's Harden. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Harden's got 15.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this high.
Nelson dishes to Barton. Nelson outside. Pass to Barton. Feeds it to Arthur. Nelson outside. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Jameer Nelson, drafted 20th back in 2004. He's played all 10 of his NBA seasons with the Magic. But as they go young, he has moved on. All-Star back in 2009. Clark, just a solid veteran leader at the point guard position.
And you talk about that All-Star campaign for Nelson in 09. Almost had a 50-40-90 season. He missed it by a percentage point in free throw shooting. But it shows his shooting touch, especially in his younger days, was elite.
And he's good on the second. And Nelson's shooting has waned as he's entered his 30s. Leg injuries, Steve, have hampered his play.
Yeah, the full-time starter since his 3rd season, probably transitioning to a reserve role as he gets older, but he remains a great locker room guy, a true professional. And it wouldn't surprise me to see him coaching, in fact, once he's done as a player.
And here's Nelson. James Harden getting it to go from deep.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Trevor Ariza last season with perhaps the best campaign, Steve, in his 10-year career.
Yeah, he played starters minutes, shot a career-high 3-point percentage. I think a lot of it, Kevin, was just the combination of playing with good bigs and then also John Wall's emergence as a great point guard. Ariza had a lot of open looks last year.
Now, here is Nelson. The feed to Hickson. 30 seconds left in the first. Nurkic, the pass to Barton. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Ariza. Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Now, the numbers last year for them at the line, not great. Just 73% free throw shooting as a team.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jones checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Harden with it. 18 points for him. 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, an absolute bomb from 3-point range. Harden's got 21 in the game. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got Gallinari. Kenneth Faried is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Lawson. And it's Foy in at the 2. Here's Lawson. The Rockets making the shot. Over in the corner, Foy. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Foy's got 5 points so far.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
You know, you look at how this Denver team is put together. A lot of athleticism across the board, but it seemed as though they were struggling to find a clear direction as a group.
Now, here is Lawson. And the dunk by Faried.
Up and in with force after the offensive rebound. I like that tenacity.
Yeah, he is so sturdy. He just battles for every rebound.
Smith against Chandler. Good on the shot. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night. Well, guys, what you said about Denver last season, you can have all the athleticism you want, but it doesn't matter if you can't get it to work together.
Well, and they would share the ball well. It was just they would play a little bit wild at times. That would get them into trouble. Turnovers, mistakes. I think for this club, it's all about finding the right balance.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Dwight Howard, of course, signing with Houston last season, he felt the Rockets gave him the best chance to win, saying, this is a great spot for me, a great town, a great organization. All these young guys are ready, and they were missing one piece. All I've got to do is win now. I'm in the right situation. Kevin, certainly no misgivings on leaving L.A.
The Rockets with an exciting team, Doris. Thanks. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Rockets. Risa comes in for Jason Terry. Denver calls timeout. James Harden, he's checked in for Pablo Prigioni. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Doubled by Smith. And Faried kicks to Foy. Here's Lawson. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Harden. And even 3-on-3 break. Second chance shot, and the layup by Ariza. Ariza's got 7 points.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Lawson kicks to Faried. Dishes it to Gallinari. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Rockets leading by 21.
Well, Danilo Gallinari back in action after missing all of last season after surgery to repair his meniscus back in 2013. 9 months later, it was decided that he needed an ACL reconstruction as well, so it's been a tough couple of seasons for Gallinari.
And here's Lawson. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Now, here is Foy. He's got 5 to shoot. The 9-foot shot. Out to Chandler. Here's the 3. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Chandler's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Houston's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. Harden can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 21. Gallinari dishes to Foy. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Foy.
You know, there's always a little hesitation with newly formed star-loaded teams, and you wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 24, and the shot is good.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Lawson kicks to Faried from 10 feet out, and he gets the bucket. Faried's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Rockets made it in as the 4th seed last year, but still couldn't find a way past Portland in the first round. Ended up falling to them in 16.
Harden's shot is good.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Lawson kicks to Chandler. Back to Lawson. And that's collected by Smith. Really, though, it was the start of that series that sunk the Rockets as they dropped the first two. They fought back, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, they couldn't overcome that poor start. They did fight back, and it looked like a Game 7 was on the way, but then Damian Lillard, with one of the great shots in NBA playoff history, closed things out in dramatic fashion.
Brought you right out of your chair, didn't it?
Oh, big time. That was a great, great shot he made.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
And here's Lawson. James Harden getting it to go from deep.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge. They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Now here's Chandler. Gallinari passes to Fareed. Good on the shot. Fareed's got 8 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
The 3 from Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Now, here is 4. He's got 7. Here's Gallinari. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he goes in for the dunk.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lawson and Smith with the block. In low to Howard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Howard's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
It's taken away by Brewer. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. 3 seconds left. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Rockets on top. They finish off the second quarter on a...
Yes, I'm here with Josh Smith and...
Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Harden doing it all. He's got 36 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
Well, you got that right. You can tell he's on target because as soon as the ball leaves his hands, it looks like every single one of them is going in.
Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Trevor Ariza out there with Smith. And it's Howard in at the center filling out the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Now, here is Lawson, guarded closely. In low to Fareed. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
Assist from
Lawson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Well, Steve, Kenneth Fareed really raised in the game. There's so many great stories when he was young. He was challenged by his family in so many ways on the basketball court.
Yeah, the story goes that his father once dunked on him and said, never let anybody do that on you again. And apparently his mother told him they'd never pass him the ball unless he was tough enough to go get the rebound. So tough love, but apparently it worked.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game. When they've got it clicking, it's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And you talk about Fareed's upbringing. His mother, a high school basketball star in her own right, was fighting for her life against the autoimmune disease of lupus. She demanded that he battle just as hard on the court. And you can't discount that in driving Fareed to his greatness.
And Lawson, here we go.
Rockets foul call.
The Nuggets have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. That one is off. So for the Rockets, Jones comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Motiejunas in for Smith. Denver also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Reed. Hickson comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Will Barton in for Randy Foy. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And another 3 for Houston.
And Kenneth Faried ending up setting an NCAA record for career rebounds. He said he felt like every rebound was another day for his mother. And now, happily, she's doing better, and he's playing the game he was born to play.
Hickson sets the screen for Gallinari. Left side Lawson. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's Harden, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first at the line.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
5 on the clock. Stolen by Beverly. And it's the Rockets on the break. Ball going up court. Motiejunas' shot is good.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Hickson a screen. The pass to Nurkic. Back to Nelson to end the run. And he gets the bucket.
Nelson. For 3.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. From deep, Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Here's Nelson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nelson's got 5 points now this quarter.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Harden inside the three-point line. Can't get it to go. And it's Denver the other way. Nelson outside. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Corey Brewer's checked in for Ariza. Pablo Brigioni comes in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Hickson kicks to Arthur. Passes to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Yeah, 100 points. I mean, one of those records that stood a long time, and perhaps no player has so single-handedly dominated the game the way Wilt did.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Nelson kicks to Barton. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Barton's got 5 now.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've seen him make over and over again.
Here's Brewer. And another 3 for Houston.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
Nelson kicks to Barton. Hickson a screen. Barton dishes to Hickson. Pass to Terry. Shoots from the right block, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Boy, really nice job to take what the defense was giving them there.
The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Hickson a screen on Terry. It's rebounded by Houston.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. That is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Rockets making a change here. Howard's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Fareed's checked in for Nurkic. Chandler comes in for Jarrell Arthur. And it's Foy in for Barton. The Nuggets have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Boy, it's terribly frustrating for a coach when his team can't knock down their free throws. I mean, it really comes down to focus, routine, and stamina, especially in the second half.
Houston making a switch here. Smith has checked in. There's the bucket. Good. Prigioni's got 5 points now this quarter.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from beyond the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
And released it in time, but it's off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Rockets on top, running away with it. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. So on the floor for Denver, Laverne is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Harris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Nelson in at the point guard position.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
And here are the Rockets now. The wide open look here for Terry. Good on the three-point shot.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
Nelson outside. From the arc. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Harris. And it's 8 points for Wilson Chandler.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Denver's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Houston making some changes. Joey Dorsey's checked in for Howard. And it's McDaniels in for Smith. Denver also making some changes. Arthur comes in for Faried, and it's Gallinari in for Wilson Chandler. Arthur passes to Gallinari. He kicks it to Nelson. And a miss there on the triple.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end. Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
For 3, Nelson with another miss.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Shot by Terry, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. To halt the run, a steal. all by himself. Here's Prigioni, finished off the break. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Here's Harris. And again, Denver no good. Rockets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton is checked in. Nelson outside. Poked away. 3 on 3. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Some really terrific numbers for Terry. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
You know, Denver really took a step backwards last season, not only in results, but how they played. And one way that was evident was in their lack of success on the road.
And now here comes Terry leading the break.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Well, as you mentioned, Denver struggled on the road last year, guys. Just 14 wins.
Well, you look at how this team played the year before last when they were the 3 seed. You know, they still had trouble on the road. So not sure if it's the approach or the mindset, but it's an issue that this group needs to address.
Montejunas with the steal. Kicks it to Terry. From downtown. That's good. Terry's got 16 here in the second half.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman-Stokes Best Teammate. And the first honoree was Chauncey Billups.
Brewer is checked in for Houston. And a switcher also for Denver. Hickson's checked in. Arthur kicks to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked. Terry outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the names of that award memorializes the incredible story of Jack Twyman and Maurice Stokes. Stokes, an NBA All-Star in each of his first 3 seasons. But in a game in 1958, he took a hard fall, hit his head, and thereafter became paralyzed.
One of the saddest and most moving stories in the history of sports. Stokes was waived by the team, and his family couldn't afford his gigantic medical bills, but his teammate, Jack Twyman, worked tirelessly on his behalf. A tremendous story of love, caring, and service in a tough situation.
Laverne, he's checked in for Gallinari.
Jameer Nelson, a stocky 6-foot guard, now in his 11th season out of St. Joe's. College Player of the Year his senior season.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Rockets.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Harden. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
And Laverne kicks to Barton. Here's Hickson. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And Clark Nelson on the shorter side for a point guard, but very solidly built.
Compactly so, and a really good competitor, smart, tough point guard. I mean, size is a disadvantage defensively, but has been a good jump shooter and floor general throughout his career.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone. He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Barton. From deep. And Jones pulls it down. Brewer passes to Terry. Gioni for three. He carries it.
They're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were confident and in control.